The beautiful Mandarin duck was introduced from the Far East, where it can still be found in China, Japan, Korea and parts of Russia. It escaped, or was deliberately released, from captivity in the UK. Mandarin ducks are actually quite shy birds, often hiding beneath overhanging willows and usually only forming small flocks. How to identify a beautiful, unmistakable duck? Male mandarins have elaborate plumage with orange plumes on their cheeks, orange sails on their back, and pale orange sides. Females are dull in comparison, with grey heads, brown backs and white eye stripe. Distribution introduced from China and now found on park lakes and other wetlands with overhanging trees, mainly in southeast England, but also in North England, Wales and Scotland. The Mandarin duck nests in holes in trees, sometimes high up and a long way from the water. Shortly after the ducklings hatch, the female flies down and tries to coax the young to jump from the nest. Once they have left the tree and made their way back to water, the father will return to the family and help to protect the ducklings. The Mandarin duck, X. galericulata, is considered one of the most beautiful birds in the world. This is because of its stunning plumage, which is made up of an array of colors that you can't help but notice. But there's more to this species than just flashy feathers. Whether it's their complex coating ritual or their cultural significance, there's a lot to know about the Mandarin duck. Here are some of the most interesting facts about this colorful creature. Mandarin ducks are known for their eye-catching look, their red bill, purple breast, crest of black, green, blue, and copper, and golden-orange wings. And yet, that trait is not universal for the species. As with many other bird species, only the males have this eye-dazzling appearance, while female Mandarin ducks have less eye-catching coloring. They have grey or cream-colored feathers with bills to match. That doesn't mean female Mandarin ducks have no identifying features, however. Their eyes stand out because of a white ring that encircles them and then extends to a stripe along the face. Like other waterfowl, the male Mandarin duck molts its feathers after mating season. But it does not immediately return to its colorful glory. Instead, it molts into its eclipse plumage made up of brown and gray feathers, making it look like its female counterparts. Often, the only way to tell them apart at this time is to look at their bills. The males will retain the red beak that females lack. In the fall, male Mandarin ducks will molt again into their breeding plumage to prepare for the breeding season. Mandarin ducks are native to China, Japan, Korea, and eastern Russia, but habitat destruction has reduced the duck's population in these areas. The good news is that the species can thrive outside of its native range. Populations can be found across Europe and in the United States. This wide range is why, despite the global population decreasing, the IUCN categorizes the Mandarin duck as being of least concern. While the Mandarin duck is widespread, this expansion did not happen naturally. The ducks were imported to England in the mid-18th century because of their beautiful colors. However, they didn't begin to breed in the wild until the 1930s after escaping from private grounds. As of the mid-1980s, the British population was estimated to be approximately 7,000 ducks. Found in counties in North Carolina and California, the populations in the United States can likely be traced back to private collections. One male famously popped up in New York City's Central Park in October 2018, but no one knows how it arrived. Mandarin ducks are famous for being monogamous, meaning they mate for life. Because of this, the creature has become a symbol of love and fidelity for couples in China, Japan, and Korea. It's common for a pair of figurines of these ducks to be gifted to newlyweds, and they are often utilized as a feng shui cure to help maintain a healthy relationship. There are references to the duck as far back as the beginnings of Buddhism. There is a legend in which a pair of Mandarin ducks impress with their affection for one another. They appear in Japanese mythology and Confucianism as well. While male Mandarin ducks' colorful plumage helps them attract a mate, they still have to work for it. Like many other bird species, Mandarin ducks perform a specialized courtship routine. The males shake, bob their heads, mock drink, and mock preen, all while raising their crest and orange sail feathers to show off. Despite being generally quiet creatures, they also incorporate sound into their courtship in the form of a whistling call. Despite being monogamous, Mandarin duck pairs don't take on the duties of parenting equally. The male sticks around for the egg's 28 to 33-day incubation period, but once they are hatched, he leaves. The mother mandarin is left to rear the 9 to 12 ducklings on her own. Meanwhile, the male mandarin ducks molt into their eclipse plumage and, eventually, back to its breeding plumage to prepare for the following breeding season. A mother mandarin duck lays her eggs in the hollow of a tree up to 30 feet from the ground, but after the ducklings hatch, they quickly need to get to water. The newborn creatures can't yet fly, but that doesn't stop them from finding their way to the ground. With the mother mandarin down below offering encouraging calls, each duckling takes leap, launching itself out of the tree's hollow and free falling to the ground. Grass and fallen leaves cushion its fall, and the baby mandarins emerge unharmed.